Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Race for Eeloo. So, you're probably wondering what I'm doing with this rather large and somewhat unsightly spaceship that has engines here and here. Anyway, do you remember our little initial probe that is currently in interplanetary space, which is about right there, Artemis 2? We're gonna go get it. I want to go get it. So I'm going to use this thing. Whoa, zoomed through Kerbin there. I'm going to use this thing, and I'm hoping it'll work. I'm fairly certain it will, but I'm hoping it will work. I'm going to use this thing, which has a ton of RCS and SAS units on it, reaction wheel units, to go and grab that thing. But more importantly, for the grabbing, I also have this, the claw. I've finally researched that part with the science that we gained from the probe on Duna, and now that I have that, we can go and retrieve that thing. Since it doesn't have any docking ports on it, I can't just dock to it, but I can just go grab it with this thing. So, we are going to get started on that and see how that goes. I'm not designating this rocket as part of the Ares program. This is going to be its own thing. It's a special class, which I'm calling the IRV, the Interplanetary Retrieval Vessel. Anyway, now that we are off the ground and on our way, hopefully, I mean this will take us quite a while. I'm hoping this won't take us the entire episode, but this will take quite a while. I'll probably speed up parts of this just so that you guys don't have to sit through all of it. But yeah, just gonna get this started because I want to bring that thing back down. I can't exactly put it back into orbit per se, because it would just run out of power again. So I'm gonna try and bring it back down to Kerbin safely, and I believe that I can, but I'm gonna try. So I will see you all in orbit, and hopefully we can get this done, get this started. Okay, and we have our orbit now. Now I do have a bit of a concern. There's not a lot of fuel left. Like already we've used a lot of fuel. And I'm a little worried because I feel like we might not have enough. But we're gonna try. So I'm just gonna, well, step one, target the thing. And I don't really I feel like we're just gonna have to wait until I feel like we're just gonna have to wait until we get to about the apoapse of the thing, and we can just decelerate, reduce our orbital velocity from there. Because if I try and do anything here, it's gonna be a little weird. It's gonna be a little tricky, I feel like. So I'm going to make the executive decision to just leave this thing in orbit for a while, have it conserve power, or conserve fuel at least, and we will attend to this at another time. But for now, do we want to get a Kerbal onto Duna? Maybe go to Ike. I think we're gonna go for the landing on Ike. And here we are again. So, this is the Ares 2. It's also my possibly vain attempt to increase the amount of fuel that I can put into a single engine at a time. But I'm hoping that this will work. I feel like we're going to need more fuel than is in simply this Rockamax tank here to land and get off of Ike. So that's why I covered that lower stage in Oscar B's. Let's see, with 18 liquid fuel per, I believe there's 4 to a stack? 5 to a stack. So that's 90 per stack. That's 90 liquid fuel per stack times 12 is, it's like 1,080 or something like that. So there's a respectable amount of fuel in those Oscar bees. I probably did that math wrong. I didn't actually like write that down or anything like that. But anyway, yeah. So we're just gonna launch this. The purpose of this mission is going to be to land and take off of Ike and return home, which is going to be a tough ask, considering we don't have the nerve rockets, the nuclear rockets that will, in the future, get us much further, much more efficiently. But I'm hoping it will be enough. I'm hoping that this will work. So I'm asking you all to have a little faith in me, that I'm not a complete dingus, and hopefully Alvy Kerman will get to see her family again. Okay, and we have our orbit, so all I have to do now is get our course for Duna, which should be easy, considering we're in a better position than we were when we launched the probe. My only concern is we've already started burning into that stage that that we were going to use for landing on Ike. So it's gonna be tight with the fuel this time. I'm hoping we'll be able to do it. I feel like we will, just because there is a lot of fuel in there, but we'll see. Okay, well, we finally have our encounter, but we're down to about a third of the fuel that was originally in that tank. So I really hope that this will still work. But it's going to take a lot of optimism. These are, yeah, those were draining, so it's not like I miswired or mislined the fuel. I was kind of hoping that fuel actually hadn't been hooked up or something, but unfortunately I did remember to do that, so I don't have that surprising little, oh hello, look at you. There's still some fuel here. Nope, don't get that this time. So I hope that this will still work. I'm a little skeptical that it will, but I really hope so. Okay, and we're about to have our encounter with, or well, we are having our encounter with Duna now, but now I've got to find some way to home in on Ike without burning too much fuel. Now here is the big problem, right? Oh, never mind. I was thinking that I wouldn't get the encounter at all, but lo and behold, I did. So we're just gonna fast forward to that encounter with Ike. Oop, am I frozen? No. Oh, okay, we're good. Now, my concern here is that my relative speed to Ike is going to be, well, it's actually not that bad. I was thinking it was going to be a lot worse than that, but let's see. I feel like I should be able to. Here's my prediction, right? I'm going to land on Ike, but I'm not going to have nearly enough fuel to get off. No way. And that probably won't, like, we probably won't be able to get Alva Kerman off of Ike until we get the nerve rockets, which is okay. It's doable, and I'm pretty sure we're only like one step away from it on the tech tree. Whoa, okay, it's going a little fast there. It's okay. It's okay. I'm pretty sure it's just the next step on the tech tree, but we do need to get the science for that. And here's why I'm so iffy on like probe missions, right? You don't get to do soil samples, you don't get to do you don't get to do EVA reports, you don't get to do anything like that that would get you a lot more science if you did a manned mission. It just, and what am I trying to say here? You don't really return those, do you? You don't really return the probe missions, for at least for in my experience. We certainly didn't return the one that went to Duna, and that one won't be returning because it doesn't have any fuel left, nor does it have, you know, an engine to speak of. But I essentially what I'm trying to say is I really like having missions that I can return stuff from, because, and I mean that should be fairly obvious, it should be pretty much for everybody, but I really like having missions that you can return stuff from because you get an amazing amount of science from it. That's how we got 2,000 science from the Minmus mission, because we were able to return everything that we got. But that's not going to be the case this time, unfortunately. Oh, I may have made a mistake. Okay. There's a nice little fireworks show over there, I guess. I may have misjudged how close we were to the ground because of being on the night side, which I don't like. May have misjudged that slightly. So Alva Kerman is dead. Alva Kerman did not survive. Okay, so we're back, and this is what I decided to come up with. Yes, it looks weird. It looks very unorthodox if you ask me, as are most of my rockets, so I guess it maybe not so orthodox, or so unorthodox. I don't know, either way. So basically what I decided to do is I decided to make the pod and like the very uppermost assembly as light as possible, as small as possible. So it's only about 2.5 tons now. I don't know how much it was before, but I'm pretty sure it was more than this. Or it might actually be the same weight. I'm not really sure, but it's more compact now, which by virtue of its smallness helps. And I also made the lower stage, the propulsion stage for that pod, much, much bigger. I gave it a lot more beef. That upper stage now has, something like 4,000 units of fuel all to itself, as opposed to like 1,400 or something like that. So, it's gonna go big, and I'm hoping that it will work, but we will see for ourselves in a couple minutes. Okay, well, we finally got an orbit with that thing. About time. It only took, I mean, you can see in the top right how much fuel that took to do. We still burnt through about 1/3 of the upper stage, but should have enough fuel left, I would think. Maybe. Moving on. We're gonna start boosting towards Duna, and I hope it works. It's gonna take a while. Just give me like 2 days, and we'll be there. Hello and welcome to post-production, where the physics is made up and what I'm talking about doesn't matter. Uh, so this is just me doing exactly the same thing that I was doing before with the other lander. All I'm doing differently this time is just getting myself into a good enough encounter with Ike that I can land right on the surface, and you just see me fine-tuning the orbit there, and getting myself into a position where I don't have to do any other burning besides, slowing myself down to land safely on Ike. But yeah, just thought I'd cover this in post because it's nothing different than what I did the first time. And I mean, the only major difference is that I'm on the light side this time, which is really nice. So I'm just going to be slowing down here incrementally. I'm going to be speeding up time, and then once I have enough speed built up, I slow down, and just do that until I land safely on the moon. But we will be landing there in just a minute. You see me shuffling a little bit of science around there, but yeah, I will see you guys on planet. Make sure we still don't hit it too hard. Yes. Okay, and we are on Ike safely this time. Alright guys, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in with me today and for sharing some of your time with me. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys are enjoying the Kerbal Space Program stuff, feel free to, please tell me that, because it's helpful for me to get feedback like that. And what you guys think that I should be doing with this series as opposed to what I'm doing right now. I do want to finish the series. Like, I do want to, keep doing what I am doing. But if you guys have particular preferences, I'm not inclined to, ignore them. Just if you have suggestions, feel free to inbox me or leave in the comments or something like that. But if you're enjoying the content, then that's all fine and good, and I'm happy that you are. Make sure to stay tuned this Friday for Civilization 5 Part 9. And make sure to go check out the League of Legends video that I posted on Monday. I'm trying to remember what it was called. Everybody supports Lux. Yes, that's what it is. So, thank you again for tuning in with me today, and I hope you guys have a good day.